season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the set.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Tua now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The Falcons at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game, and those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
When we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Colts take over at 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They got to avoid coming from their own end zone, so they can use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rice, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st down, Rice. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The Lions have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been this far. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Now Wilson. On target to his man, Likely. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run on first down. Rice. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football. It's time to run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's Dom Maggio now.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Falcons nothing. Jason Myers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter, you get points on the board. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. He's going to get this one down to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. Tua now on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. Now it's Tua. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Tua to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, it's Rice. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now Wilson on first down. Complete to Likely on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. No hesitation. Goes right back to Likely. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a field about 3 to go. They started to get him running on the ground in the first half, and that's continuing here in
should reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Forced out to his left.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. They'll be caught by Rice. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rice. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try to pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Rolling to his right. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible 4th quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That is caught by Thielen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On target to his man, Likely. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24.
30, Falcons 6. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window, right?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Frank's looking to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Franks now.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Okay, ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Ready?
Franks.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 in the first.
Now Franks.
Setting up the screen for Cook. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's taken down.
They go play action with Franks.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Franks. And he'll be brought down by the So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defensive